When you let your body go, you also let the relationship go. I've seen this happen over and over again, and I've been able to rebuild myself from this. A man's physique will always be the foundation of his respect, his options, and the way the world responds to him. You could talk all day, guys, about money, height, or even having game. But here's the truth. When you're built, people do pay attention. Women look differently at you. Men will respond differently towards you. And deep down, to be honest, you'll treat yourself differently. So there was a time I let myself slip. I thought that being a good man was enough. I stopped training as hard as I used to, and I really didn't pay attention to how I looked or moved. And the shift in energy was immediate. My ex-girlfriend didn't say it directly to me, but I could feel it. The way she looked at me, it wasn't the same, guys. The little moments of desire weren't there anymore. And even my confidence in the mirror, it just wasn't the same. From that moment, I had learned the hard truth that complacency kills attraction. When you're built, when you're sharp, you're not just her man, you're the man. But when you stop putting in the work, you go from being the prize on one hand to being tolerated. And that's a position I'll never allow myself to go back to ever again. So here's something to keep in mind, being that I've been in many relationships, right? See, when you're in a relationship, it's even more critical. What I've learned is that your body is still the silent reminder that you're still the man that she chooses. It keeps her feminine and affectionate and, just proud to be seen with you when you're at a social setting. So here are some of the patterns that I've noticed. Like when I'm consistent in the gym, the energy in my relationship shifts. She's more playful, more feminine, and more invested. When I let myself go, even slightly, guys, that energy slightly starts to fade away. So what I want you to understand is that your physique is like having insurance. It insures you against being taken for granted. It tells her that I'm not just here staying the same. I'm always improving and striving for more. So there are two dynamics that I want you to keep in mind if you plan on going into a relationship. The first dynamic is more so of the girlfriend mode. She is sexually attracted to you at all times, right? And then the second one, which every guy has been in, including myself, and that is the roommate mode. You don't ever want to fall into this mode. I've been in both dynamics, and let me tell you, roommate mode is when she's around, but she's not with you. She's scrolling on her phone, giving you the bare minimum of attention, and you're wondering where the spark went. Girlfriend mode, on the other hand, that's when she's excited to see you. She's very affectionate, and she's looking at you like she's super damn proud to be with you, right? And I can tell you, the biggest difference between these two modes is how she feels about you as a man. When you're in shape, you remind her of the guy she fell for, the one who stood out. You guys ever notice how couples act in the gym? I've seen men come in there with their girlfriend, but they look soft, unsure, and out of shape. And one of the things that I notice is just how the interaction is. It almost looks like she's not really sold on that relationship. And a lot of that has to do with the guy's presence. It almost looks like she came into the gym and had to lead him there versus the other way around. Although it's sad to say, I have been that guy. And what I want you to understand, guys, is that it's not about muscle, but it's about what does getting into the gym do for you. It gives you a presence where she feels like she's under your guidance, under your leadership. And women, they crave that masculine drive. And that's what makes you sexually attractive. When you don't have it, women will definitely feel this. Another scenario where I've seen having a nice physique play out is in public. Whenever I take my girl out in public to a nice dinner or we go for a walk in the park, we always get, compliments or, hey, you guys are a nice couple. And it's not just because she's an attractive woman, but most of the time when a woman approaches another couple, they're looking at the guy. Both guys and females, they're looking at the guy to see, does he look the part? And what I mean by that is, does he look like the type of person that belongs with a woman like that? It's very rare that that question would be the opposite. And that's what having a nice physique does, is it starts to make it known that you are the type of person that deserves the type of options that you get. Now, understanding that a lot of guys fall into a beta trap. And I've been there before. I've been the guy who got too comfortable, who was too nice, thinking that was enough. And it's not, guys. You can't afford to lose your masculine edge when you're dealing with females. If you don't challenge yourself, you can't challenge her emotions. A man who trains, who maintains his body, radiates quiet dominance. And women can feel this. So at this point, I want to give you a blueprint of what you need to do. And here's the routine that I live by. Number one is training is a non-negotiable. It's not about motivation, guys. It's about self-respect, because that strength means nothing if you're sloppy. Number three is eat clean, guys. Your body is built in the kitchen just as much as it's built in the gym. And number four is hold yourself to a standard. I refuse to be average anymore because I know how it feels. And for the single guys, when I was out of shape, I had to fight for attention. Now, being in shape, my body does half the talking for me. It signals discipline, leadership, and confidence without me having to open up my mouth. In today's world, where men are soft, even being slightly above average in shape will set you apart from most guys. And for my guys that are in relationships right now, staying built keeps her invested. That is what I have learned from a 10-year marriage, and that's what I've learned from my current girlfriend of 3 years. Staying built will always keep a woman invested. It keeps the respect alive, and it's not about being obsessed with, just the looks. It's about the energy that comes from knowing you're the man that she wants, not just the man that she had settled for. So here's the aftermath of letting yourself go, and you need to pay close attention. I've seen what happens when a man stops caring about his body. You start getting comfortable, thinking that she'll love you for who you are, and the relationship all of a sudden loses its spark. Resentment starts to build up. She won't say it, but she will damn near feel it. And that's why I don't want you guys to let yourself go and get comfortable. Please don't do it. See, the lesson that I've learned is that the body that I've built sets the tone for every part of my life. Respect, desire, opportunities, and options. It all stems from the discipline I show in the gym. When you let your body go, you let the relationship go. But when you sharpen it and you begin to work on it, when you move in the world like a man that has carved yourself out of discipline, everything around you starts to adapt. You now start to attract options. You now start to feel that halo effect. She's looking at you differently, and people are treating you differently. And most importantly, you feel different. This is a reminder, guys. Your physique is your leverage. It's not just about muscle, guys. It's about the energy that tells everyone you're not the man who settled.